There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with Discord, but like when I used to heard about people who just spend so much time on Discord, it's usually like, you got your like League of Legends Discords and like your video game shit and like all of that. But you feel me? I record. Let's be recorded. Yeah, we're recording it. I own a server with 20 members. Hit me up. Exactly. That's how it go. That's how it go. All right, we're gonna start in like 5 minutes. And where the recorded vid saved at? I think I'm gonna make a channel under lectures where I'm gonna post all the fucking lectures. But if not, it's gonna be pinned in here. So I'll pin the message. Yep, yep, yep. So yeah, we'll start in like 3 or so minutes, all on mindset. A very, very complicated but diverse topic. I definitely have some thoughts on it, and I definitely want to learn from you guys. But yeah. Babe, please have sex with me. I'm so horny, sorry, man. Exactly, dude. This shit's more important. We're on our grind. I'm telling you, like we can all learn from each other. Like women in the end at our age, they're usually all distractions. I'm telling you. Distractions from our purpose. It's finding the right one that you can let in. And the right one who can like fucking elevate you and you can elevate her to your level. Like, that's where it's at. That is where it sets. I'm gonna break up after this. No, I won't do that. 14, all my women my age are going through their hoe phase. You're 14, dude. You got like you got like 10 more years of that shit. Hoe at 14? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. All right, we're gonna start soon. Just letting some more people join because I did say 4 Eastern and it's 3:58. That's 14. Girls my age didn't even have their period yet. Damn. Yeah, dude, I didn't know anything about women when I was 14. I mean, I was basically considered a woman because I had huge ass man titties. No offense to you guys that have man titties. I mean, at least you're on self improvement, like trying to work on it. But I just wasn't. I was just doing my thing. What's up, Poppy? I got man titties, but it was good. You ass or tits? I'm personality man. I like, I like fucking having a deep ass conversation with a girl. I was be sending nudes back in the day. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. All right, boys, we're gonna start in like a minute. The suit in your profile picture, nice as fuck. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everything, yeah, it's not exactly like you can be a virgin and like I don't think you realize that it's actually like kind of easy to have sex. Like if you're confident and you like, it's easy for people that are fucking like on their shit. Yo, King Lorge, dude, I know this guy in real life. This guy's a killer. Dude, you're a killer, man. Bro, losing virginity takes like 1 minute. Exactly. Like you can find like fuck like you can find girls that are not about it. All right, it's 4. We're gonna start talking about it. Talk about mindset. Probably not gonna be reading the comments for this section, but I'm gonna take questions at the end and we're gonna be inviting people up in here and it's gonna be a good time. But yeah, I got definitely a lot to say on this one because my mindset is fully fucking 180 this last year. Like I went from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. That's something I'm gonna explain to you guys too. Actually, that's where I should start. So I was about to go Bert. All right, it's time. Yes, sir. Okay. I'm not reading the section right now, comment section, because it fucking distracts me with my massive ADHD. But yeah, so mindset. Mindset is literally fucking everything, boys. Mindset is what separates someone who succeeds in this world versus someone who doesn't. And while there's like circumstances and everything, you come up with excuses to not doing well or shit like that. Mindset is literally, if I could choose one thing to just fucking focus on in self improvement, it'd be getting your mindset right. Because what people don't realize is once you have like a killer mindset, once you have a growth mindset, rather, and I'll explain what that means, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You can embrace the pain. You can embrace the struggle of life. You can fucking pick up a hobby and turn that into your fucking profession. I'm telling you, once you get your mindset right, it's everything. I'm going to tell you guys how to get there, at least my personal experience. And I'm going to invite people up and they're going to tell you guys how to get there. It's a fucking beautiful process. So we're start with fixed mindset. This is the more like lecture style. I'm going to tell you guys more of like the what they tell you in school, the shit I'm learning in psychology. I'm just gonna give you the brief rundown. I know you guys don't want to hear this shit, but I think it's important. So a fixed mindset is where I'm gonna start. A fixed mindset is someone who believes that their talent and or intelligence, or really them as a person, is not changeable. Um, for me, when I heard this, I thought about black pillars. There's a lot of people that take the black pill. Obviously, you guys know what the fuck black pill is. Black pill is just looking at yourself in the mirror and saying you can't change anything about yourself. So what's the point of fucking trying? They're the epitome of the fixed mindset. I was in a fixed mindset state for so long, and I'll tell you guys more about that. I thought that who I was predetermined by my genes, by my height, my whatever. What I could do this in this world was predetermined. I'd work 9 to 5, fucking make what, like $14 an hour, be satisfied with that, be okay with being average. To me, that's what a fixed mindset is. Now, over experience and over really just triumph and overcoming a lot of challenges, I learned subconsciously what the growth mindset is, and I'm implementing that into my life. And now I genuinely believe I have a fully growth mindset. And that is someone who believes that intelligence and talent, when it comes to anything, can be fucking improved. And I mean literally anything. I think that if you have a growth mindset, and I'll go more into detail about what it really entails, you can pick up a hobby, let's say guitar, and get really good at it, and fucking learn everything you need to learn about it, and then teach other people it. Or you can appreciate the struggle for what it is. Look, people with growth mindsets are the people that go far in this world, and I'll tell you why. People with growth mindsets are able to identify that they suck at something. They're able to identify that maybe they just learned how to produce music. This is my go-to example. Maybe they're a beginner in music production and they realize that they fucking suck. They can't make a mix that sounds good. They can't produce a sound that sounds right. It sounds like a fucking SoundCloud rapper who's just like fucking spitting into the mic. The difference between someone with a fixed mindset and a growth mindset when it comes to that is the person with the fixed mindset is going to look at that and give up. They're going to say, you know what? I'm not good enough to do this. My potential is so low. This is taking too much out of me, so I'm done. And that is 99% of this world. 99% of people think that they are given a talent or a skill when they are born, i.e., like music or fucking like running or fitness or fucking teaching or whatever the fuck. And they think they're born with that. They think that from a young age, they just showed sides of being a musician or being any of these things. In reality, that's not what it is. For the majority of people, they're not prodigies. I'm not a prodigy. Like I'm not. I do music. I'm not that good. I produce music. I embrace the struggle, but my mindset towards music is I have a growth mindset approach. I realize that I fucking suck at music right now, and I realize that I have so much more to learn. You know, I'm gonna rephrase it in a different way. That's negative. Me saying I fucking suck at music, that's not what I'm telling myself. But I'm saying I realize I'm a beginner. I have so much to learn, and I don't get carried away in satisfying my high standards for myself. Because in reality, we're setting these high fucking standards, and all it stems from is irrational thoughts and irrationality. Like, why should I be good at making music if I haven't struggled for, let's say, 5 years? Why should I be good at picking up women if I haven't talked to a woman? Why should I be good at studying and sitting still in my room and getting shit done if I never flexed my discipline muscle? You guys understand that? So what I'm saying is the idea of the growth mindset can be applied to like fucking everything. And I'm so fucking passionate about this shit because once you adapt this growth mindset approach to life, and once you're willing to learn, and once you're willing to embrace the discomfort of being bad at something, or that could be anything I just mentioned, then you can really take a step out and appreciate the process. I'm gonna give you another example. It's actually the same example, but I'm gonna get a little more specific. For the first year of making beats, I went from a classically trained piano player to now I have a piece of digital software that I have to record music into and do it. I thought it would be easy. I thought I would just record on the piano, record it, boom, done. It would sound good. It sound professional. In reality, it's not what it takes. There's so much fucking shit to learn. People dedicate their lives to music production, to audio engineering and shit like that. But I thought for my first year of really getting into it, I thought that it would come easy to me. Hey, I played piano for what, 5, 10 years. I'm classically trained. I can read sheet music. Why is this so hard to me? And guess what I did? I fucking beat myself up over it. I would make a beat and it would sound like literal fucking dog shit. I'm telling you, it was so bad. And I would like listen to it or show it to a friend, but I rarely showed it to friends because it was just so fucking dog shit. And I would feel bad for myself. I would always pity myself. I'd be like, I'm not good enough to do this. I wasn't built for this. Why am I not good at this? And in reality, by having that fixed mindset, it hindered my progress. It made me stressed. It made me anxious, and honestly, it made me fucking depressed. I thought for the longest time in my life that music was my calling. But guess what? I didn't want to fucking put the work in. I didn't want to spend 10 hours a day while my friends were out chilling. I just wanted it all to be handed to you. And guess what? Life is not handed to you. If you're on the blue pill right now, and you guys know what the fuck blue pill is if you've been to my lectures, stop taking it. Fucking spit that shit out and take the red pill and start fucking working for the things in your life. That's what growth mindset is. Growth mindset is the ability to fucking take in information and taking knowledge and accept where you fucking stand in any skill and improve and not beat yourself up over it and not fucking stress over it and not overcomplicate it. So that's mindset to me. Now I have a couple more notes and then we're going to get into more examples and we're going to do questions. We're going to do all that shit. But I was journaling today and I asked myself, hey, why do people have fixed mindsets? And how can they challenge themselves to go from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset? And I came up with a way. I wrote this down. So, when you can effectively correct irrational thoughts, which I'll explain, you're more likely to embrace a growth mindset. I will repeat that. When you can effectively correct irrational thoughts, you're more likely to embrace a growth mindset. Now, you may be asking, what's an irrational thought? And I know some of you guys know what it is. An irrational thought is a thought that stems from your insecurities, stems from a place that isn't real, stems from your past, stems from just a place of overall negativity or irrationality, something that isn't real. I like to think in rationale. I like to think logically about the things I'm doing. And irrationality stems from the opposite. You're not logical, you're illogical. Once you correct these thoughts you're having, and trust me, you fucking have these all the fucking, every fucking day, and probably many. I have them all the time. I fucking think negatively about myself. I have these irrational thoughts. I had one today. I literally had an irrational thought. I'll share mine. I literally was sitting, meditating, and journaling, and I told myself, I'm not going to make any friends in college. I had that thought. And for 5 minutes, I was going down the rabbit hole, telling myself, I'm not going to make any friends. I don't know how to make friends. I don't know how to do this. This comment was so fucking, I'm just going to say stupid and irrational that I actually had to like fucking call someone up, tell them how I was feeling, and then correct me. And this is what they said. I told them my comment. I told them I told them I was having an irrational comment. And I told them my fear of not making friends. And guess what they told me? I already have a fucking friend going to college. I've been fucking networking and I've been meeting people and like I'm on my shit. I'm confident as fuck. Like I could speak in front of like hundreds of people and I could fucking hold lectures and I can like I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how others perceive me. I have all the social skills in place to succeed and make friends. That person that I called up corrected my irrational thought. So I was thinking, okay, he corrected my rational thought. How many more rational thoughts do I have? I have so many more in the day. And I bet you guys do too. I bet some of you guys think about something, try to fucking push it down. Sometimes it's something bigger, whatever. But in reality, once we catch these irrational thoughts and we actually act on them, let's say journal about them, think about them, talk to a friend about them, fucking get a therapist. Like Hamza was saying in one of his videos, like therapy is so underrated. Like the investment of therapy, the money you can put into therapy, it's expensive. I fucking know, and it's not for everyone. But trust me, your ROI or return on investment is huge. Therapy, fitness, meditation. That's it. That's what you need. Therapy is so fucking useful. And what I figured out from doing this and coming up with this little strategy, so identifying irrational thoughts, you're able to challenge them. You're able to look at them every day, assuming that you fucking wrote it down on a whiteboard or a fucking piece of paper. You're able to internalize it and recognize that it comes from a place of irrationale. And by doing so, you are not only getting to a better mindset, you are accepting the growth mindset into your life. You're practicing what it is to have a growth mindset. So that was my little strategy. I'm going to give you some more rundowns of how growth mindset can really fucking help you. And I was reflecting on this and doing some research. You guys can look this shit up. Um, Growth mindset helps you see intelligence. People with growth mindset see intelligence as something you develop over time, as I said before. You're not just born with given powers. While there are people who are fucking prodigies, 99.9% of people aren't. People with growth mindsets are willing to embrace challenges and risk possible failure. Boys, this Discord server, in essence, the fact that you guys are here, the fact that you guys are taking time out of your day, you are embracing that you guys need to learn something. You're embracing that there's more to learn about life, and you're embracing the fact that you want to change. So many of you guys, not even, you don't have to think about it. Many of you guys do have growth mindsets or fucking displaying signs of a growth mindset. So you guys are willing to embrace challenges and just risk your future self by working on yourself right now. People with growth mindsets believe that effort and practice can lead to mastery. That's literally red pill. That's red pill in essence. If you've swallowed the red pill completely, you have a growth mindset. If you think that you by flexing your fucking communication muscles and your fucking how to pick up women muscles, like all those, and by constantly working them out, so by constantly going up to women, approaching them, cold approaching, doing everything you need to do, talking to random people, introducing yourself, you are constantly leveling that up. That's what a growth mindset is. If your growth mindset is you're constantly leveling your social skills up, you're constantly level whatever the fuck you want to do up. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. It can be any skill. So if you're on the red pill, you're already doing that, everyone. A big thing I've realized, and a lot of people with fixed mindsets, and even some with growth mindsets, they see failure as a permanent setback. They can't recognize that failure is what breeds opportunity and emotional and personal growth. They don't realize that. Most people fail in life, as I said from the music production thing. They realize that they fucking suck at it and give up. Most people give up. But people with growth mindsets and people, I'm going to keep relating back to red pill because they just fucking go hand in hand. They see failure as an opportunity and as a temporary setback. That's a big one. I'd ask yourself, I'd journal about this, maybe do a journal entry. What are your biggest failures? And are you using them to motivate you or using them to fall back on and use them as crutches? I journal something like that. I just think about failures. I fucking write about it, do whatever you need to do. and try to get to a place where you see failure as not not the end all be all, not it isn't fucking stopping you from achieving your goals, but it's an obstacle. People with growth mindsets, they tend to see other people's success as a source of inspiration. This is an important one. Very important. Do you guys ever fucking scroll on Instagram or whatever and see all the fucking buff dudes that you see and compare yourself to them? I'm assuming you do. I'm assuming people in the comments right. I'm not reading the comments right now, but I'm assuming you guys are like, yes. You look at these people, maybe obsess over them and look up all the ways that you can become like them. People with fixed mindset, they see other this is fixed mindset. They see other people's success as a threat or a huge source of jealousy. And I struggle with this, boys. I'm still working on this. I compare myself subconsciously to so many people, and I don't know why. It doesn't help me. I don't feel inspired by it. It isn't coming from a healthy place. I see people that are ripped on social media when I'm scrolling, and I get jealous. I get jealous that I'm not there. And I have to take a step back and realize I haven't gone through the shit to be there. I haven't leveled up my fitness journey. I haven't fucking lifted the amount of weight. I haven't shed the amount of tears that I need to be at that point. People with growth mindsets, they see people who have succeeded in any realm and they use it as a source of inspiration. Lastly, feedback. People with a growth mindset view feedback as an opportunity to grow and implies constructive criticism. This was vital to my growth. I used to, as a 14 to 15-year-old kid just entering high school or whatever, I used to never let people criticize me. I used to when people criticized me, I would cut them out. And I realized looking back, I regret it. I have friends I've genuinely cut out because they pulled me aside. They're like, "Hey, Miles, like you're going down a fucking rabbit hole, and you're digging yourself a fucking hole that you might not be able to get out of." And guess what? They're right. At age 15, freshman year of fucking high school, I got sent to a wilderness program. I don't know if you guys know what the fuck that is, but they practically hike you. They take you out of society, and for over 100 days they hike you, and you go hiking every day, and you do exercise, and it's like intense therapy, like very intense fucking therapy. It's not fun. And if I were to take the feedback that my peers were giving me, and these were real ones, these are people that wouldn't talk shit about me, but just see me spiral down. If I were to take their feedback and recognize it's an opportunity to grow, they're not belittling me or anything, I could have avoided that. I could have been I could have been on my self-improvement journey even earlier. People with fixed mindsets, they view criticism as just fucking criticism. They view it as an attack of their egos, of themselves. I bet you guys can relate to this. I mean, like a lot of people I see in Discord, they think that their fucking view is right, especially on these self-improvement Discords. They think that they don't have to learn anything else, and they don't have to be vulnerable, and they don't have to be wrong. They can't accept being wrong. In reality, you're going to make the most strides when you admit that you are wrong and you learn from those mistakes. And the only way to learn from those mistakes is from other people's advice/criticism. Those are the fucking benefits of having a growth mindset / swallowing the red pill of life. You guys know what the fuck I think about the red pill. I think they both go hand in hand. That's my little spiel on that. I want to fucking answer some questions, then we're going to get some people up here. So I'm back in the chat. I will answer questions when I see them. I will answer them. Holy shit, bro. Yes. Yo, what's good, kid? Let's get the questions. Come on. Let's get some specific questions that I can fucking answer. How do I stop beating my meat? Well, you fucking take your right or left hand, depending on what you are, and you don't touch it. That's the only way. I can give you complicated advice. I can say, "Oh, read this, read this." No. That's the only way. The reason why you're asking that question is because you don't have the mental willpower to stop. And guess how you get that mental willpower? You get that by meditating, by doing the shit that you have derived as purposeful, that you deem as healthy. Any specific tips to build a growth mindset? Yes. Yes. Embrace the struggle. Take a step back and realize the irrational thoughts you're having. I mean, I told you, we all have these irrational thoughts. Everyone does, even Hamza. We all fucking have the irrational thoughts that send us into loops. But recognizing that they're irrational and recognizing that the pain we're feeling is temporary can elevate and boost us into having a better growth mindset. What advice do you give people who give up after failure? There's not much advice I can give. There's so many people have so much advice on this. My thing is people who give up on failure are going to remain average. Or give up after failure are going to remain average. If you want to be average, that's fine. Don't beat yourself for giving up. But if you have the part in you that's just so fucking like radiating and you have goals and dreams and fucking aspirations, you can't give up. So I'm not going to give you advice on how to not give up because it's different for everyone, but I will tell you if you want to be successful in this world, you can't give up. How do you find new hobbies to try or something to be passionate about? People, so hey, surround yourself with people that are also enlightened like you guys. Every one of you guys are fucking enlightened to some point. Every one of you guys are on a fucking self-improvement Discord, being vulnerable, asking questions how to improve yourself. Surround yourself with people that are like that. Surround yourself with people who want to learn and embrace the struggles. And guess what? You guys will feed off of each other. And you guys, in the end, you'll find what you're really passionate about. Because society and most people, they just do what society tells them to do. They go on Instagram and fucking look how many likes they have. Not because it's what makes them happy, but it's because it's the cool thing to do. It's a societal standard. But once you surround yourself with people that take a step back from all that, that have like actual core values and have a lot of rooted just dreams and desires, you'll find that they have a lot to offer and you can bounce ideas off of each other and just fucking explore shit. So yeah, just put yourself out there, go meet people that are like-minded, and don't be afraid to try new things. How to be consistent at eating and never just gym, but it's hard to eat. Dude, I am the same fucking way. I don't eat a lot, or I've been forcing myself to eat a lot more now that I'm hitting the gym. I take ADHD meds, so it makes it even harder. It's one of those things you just got to do. Like, dude, like I'm more a fan of just not giving specific advice because it might not resonate with you. But in the end, it doesn't matter what advice I give you if you don't have the mindset to succeed. And that mindset is built over time. And the first step in, let's say for you, eating more is just doing it. Is sitting yourself down one night, having a conversation with yourself or journaling and just saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to start this tomorrow. And you're actually going to fucking do it. You're not going to tell yourself you're going to do it tomorrow and not actually do it. You're going to do it and you're do it for one day. And that's the only day that fucking matters. Then you're going to wake up the next day and do it again and do it again and do it again and do it again until it becomes a routine. That's the same shit I did. I didn't look for advice on how to start eating more. I just did it. How about rejecting people's offers like drinking or shit? I really struggle with this. Dude, this is hard, man. I'm going to college. I'm gonna have to do the same fucking shit. I like to drink sometimes. I like to smoke sometimes. But in college, it's just college culture is just fucking so dependent on drinking and smoking that if you don't do it, I'm gonna be real with you guys that are still younger, you are deemed as uncool in a lot of the sense. But guess what? You're only deemed as uncool by the low quality people. So if people are offering you drinks and you don't want to drink, tell them you don't want to drink. You're allowed to be anxious that they won't want to be your friend. You're allowed to fucking fear judgment from them. That's fine. That's normal. But just realize that if they do give you the judgment, maybe it'll hurt in the moment. And I know it will. I've been there. But after you're back in your dorm or wherever the fuck you are, I don't know if you're in college or whatever, when you're back home and you've done your meditation and you start journaling, you realize that these people are low quality people. And you realize that they actually helped you out. They made it easier to see who they really are. Let's see what else? What else? Boys gotta tag me for the questions. What do you mean when saying enlightenment? So this is gonna get real deep, but I'm gonna explain it pretty briefly. So, do you guys know about Maslow's hierarchy of needs? If not, I recommend looking it up. Um, so you have like your basic needs, which are food, water, and then like home, and it's like a pyramid. So you have like food, water, home, then like your social needs, then like your family, like all this stuff. But at the top, which is the least, which is at the top of the pyramid, is self-actualization. And self-actualization is where, briefly put, it's where we all want to get on this self-improvement journey. It's where monks who spend 30 years of their life meditating in the woods barely can get to. It's a place of just full on enlightenment, spiritual, emotional, everything enlightenment, just understanding the world. So that's what I mean by enlightenment. This might be a stupid question, but I'm not really sure how to implement Zen mindset in my life. It's very hard for me, and I'm not sure what to do. Recognize, Sheldon, recognize how hard it is for you. Journal about it and express that to those around you. If you have a good support system, or even if you don't, you probably have a friend or two, share that struggle with them, because the chances are they are probably struggling too. And you can build a kind of like a accountability towards each other. I know when I was first getting started in the gym, I would never go to the gym. And then I realized the only way I go to the gym is if I was accountable to someone. So I called up one of my friends. I'm like, hey, let's be accountability partners. We came up with a schedule, and I was going to the gym every day. And I was only going to the gym at first to please him. I didn't want to be the guy who didn't show up. I didn't want to sleep through a gym session when I knew he was working out. I tricked my mind into thinking that I loved the gym, when in reality, I just had a fear of disappointing my friend. And after time, after like and months of just working, I built a genuine fucking like connection with the gym, like a genuine appreciation with the gym. So you can use little tips like that for anything. Find someone who's on your struggle, and yeah, do it. Let's see. You'd be deemed as a pussy. Yeah, you'd be deemed as a pussy if you didn't drink. I think that's what you were saying. Scrolling down. How to reject everyone in different contexts. Rejecting a girl will be different to rejecting a job offer. I disagree. I think rejection is pretty simple. It's recognizing how you feel, expressing how you feel, not beating around the bush, and just fucking doing it. I see why you can think it's different. A lot of people think it's different, but when you're rejecting a girl, you don't have to be soft about it. You don't have to be like, hey, like I don't see you like that, or just be blunt. You can say how you're feeling, because in the end, don't be a dick. There's no reason to be a dick about it. Rejecting a girl should sound like, hey, like this is an example, and I'm gonna give you an example how like maybe like a job offer. Rejecting a girl is like doing this. It's like saying, hey, I like the time we hang out or whatever, but I don't see you this, and this way. I need to focus on myself right now and just worry about being my best self. That's all you have to say. You could keep it simple. Rejecting a job offer is very similar too. You keep it professional. They're both pretty much the same things. You just say, hey, I think I have a different job offer, or hey, I'm more comfortable where I am now. You express how you feel. You don't want to beat around the bush. You don't want to give different excuses. So you express how you genuinely feel, and then you say it and just move on. You're not expressing your signs of reject. You're not expressing the reason why you're rejecting them. Like, they don't need to fucking know why you're rejecting them. Like, you just need to, for clarity. So I hope that helps. It's a little complicated thing. I read someone mentioning trying to get 100 rejections. Should I try the same thing? No. No. These are just games. These are just fucking tools that people use to get more comfortable with rejection. There's no amount of times you need to be rejected to feel comfortable being rejected. You just have to put yourself out there. You can realize that, let's say RRAXO, let's say you put yourself out there, ask out a girl, and you don't get rejected. That's going to teach you the same thing that if you were to get rejected 100 times, in my opinion. Like, what you should realize from that is, even if you were to get rejected, which you didn't in that sense, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And you just move on. So just put yourself out there. You don't have to worry about these silly games, like 100 rejections or shit like that. Just fucking put yourself out there. It's just like everything else. You just got to do it. There's so many ways of tackling things. There's so many ways to start new things. Like there's so many diets as an example. So many diets out there. The trick is you just gotta fucking pick a diet and do it. It doesn't matter which one. It's the same thing. How to make friends. Be yourself. Literally, it's the most fucking blue pilled advice I can give, but it's the truth. You be your fucking self. If you're a dork, you're a dork. If you spend eight hours a day in your room playing League of Legends, you tell people that. You never want to be someone you're not. And if people fucking deem you differently and people see you differently, which they will, if you tell someone you spend 8 hours a day in your room playing League, yeah, you might not be friends with them, but guess what? Like they were gonna figure that out anyway. They were gonna figure out that you're spending 8 hours a day in League, like fucking eating Doritos and Cheetos, and like jacking off 4 times a day. They're gonna figure that out, and then they're just not gonna be friends with you, and you don't have to go through that whole cycle of pain. You can just tell them straight up who you are, what you're about, and it could be anything. It could be good shit, it could be bad shit, it's whatever. How to inspire growth mindset in others? Dude, you can't. You need to work on having a growth mindset yourself. You have to recognize that self-improvement is self-improvement. You can inspire others, you could show them the life that you're living, but you don't want to ever try to convince someone to get on your shit, because that can be fucking annoying. People have to go through their own journeys to get to where they are. Most people like age what, like you guys are like 15 to like 20, I bet, like something around there. Most people our age are not enlightened like we are. Most people just want to go jack off 10 times a day and drink beer and chill with their friends, and that's fine. Like I see so many people on the server just fucking shitting on people like that. But guess what? You're shitting on the majority of people. The majority, like you could say the majority of people are so fucked up. The majority of people like don't know how to live a purposeful life. But guess what? It's the majority of fucking people. So yeah, I just work on your fucking shit. Work on achieving a full growth mindset, and from there you'll find meaningful connections. Where can I get recording these lectures? Recording it. I don't know. This might be a really stupid. Wait, did I read that? I think I read that. Yeah, I read that. Wait, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Scrolling down. There's a lot of comments. How do I stop gaming so much? What should I start with? I was addicted to Counter Strike. I don't know if you know what that was. Damn, it got really fucking bad. I actually used to steal money from my parents to like buy like CS:GO skins, if you know what that is. And I had they pretty much like just took everything away, so I didn't have an opportunity to do that. But when it comes to discipline and having the self discipline to fucking stop gaming, um, my practicing mindfulness and meditation, and also finding different hobbies. Find something that you're genuinely as excited about as gaming, and go all into it. Learn about it, obsess over it, do what you need to do, and I think that can get you there. How do you feel if friends are fake or real? You shouldn't be friends with people that are fake. I think most people like look into it too hard. I think it's pretty easy to recognize if a friend is fake or real. For example, when I was at college, I had like I joined a frat, and I had some guys that like to see other people get so fucked up to the point where they pass out. So the guys that like be like, "Oh, drink more, smoke more, smoke more." Those guys are fake. Like it's easy to recognize that those people are fake. So yeah, there you go. You can it's like a intuition slash feeling you get. And I don't think I need to teach that. I think you guys are all in self improvement, and you guys fucking understand that. Wow, bro, leave me on. I have two close friends from Busta. I have two close friends who have really helped me a lot. They're probably my strongest supporters, but these two individuals also have a really bad mindset, in my opinion. They give up after failure. They rarely try to do things or face scenarios that make you uncomfortable. These friends also have a lot of family issues but refuse to do anything about it. How do I help these people because I really love them? So I was talking to my mom recently about this actually. I went to it's a little different when you're saying, but you get the same thing out of it. I said, "Hey mom, I'm worried about college. I'm worried about making genuine friends that are on their shit." And what she said to me was, "Maz, you're not. You're not going to find people that are on the shit and on the level you are. You're not going to find people that are 19 and into self improvement as much as you are." And that's the reality. Busta, you can't force these people to fucking change their mindsets or whatever. But what you can do is appreciate what they do for you. Let's say You guys go fucking chill at night and watch movies and just have a great time. You can appreciate that. You could appreciate the fact that maybe while we can't have the most intellectual conversations, or maybe these people don't think like me, I still get other things out of it. And guess what? Going through life and constantly upping your self improvement game, you will find those people. But you will find, but there are not a lot of people that are willing to fucking get really introspective and work on themselves. Keep scrolling down. How to make quality close friends instead of acquaintances. Be yourself. Be somewhat vulnerable. So show who you truly are, and show interest. So show genuine interested. Show that you're genuinely interested. That's my number one strategy. Um, don't think about you. Don't think about the value they add to your life. Think about the value you add to theirs. Try to be very supportive. Try to fucking listen to them. And yeah, be the initiator. So if you want to go to the movies with someone, like ask them, you want to go to the movies, you want to hang out, go do that. They will recognize that you're putting an effort, and effort goes a long way. Okay, scrolling down, the balls to admit that. Yeah, it's rough. How to deal with failure. There's not many ways to do it. You either give up or you move forward. If you give up, you're going to be subpar slash average. You're going to live an average life. If you use it as a stepping stone, you're going to fucking kill it in life. Failure is the biggest fucking thing in life to me. It's the biggest fucking thing that defines a man from a kid or a boy. Someone who can embrace their failures, learn from it, and move forward. Those are the people that really get far in life. And I've had so many fucking failures, bro. What's your major? I'm a psych major now. What do you think about being a virgin at 19? Okay, this is a good question. I hope you guys fucking listen to this shit. Being a virgin is not a bad thing. It's literally not. You haven't found your person to do so, or you haven't built the self confidence to be able to have sex. I lost my virginity when I was overweight and I had huge man titties. And guess what I thought about the whole process? I thought about it was an awful process. Like it was an awful, like the sex was awful. I'll be real. Maybe this is TMI. I don't care, but I think you guys can get something from this. The whole time I didn't enjoy myself. I was just thinking how disgusting my man titties were to this woman. So the fact that you're a virgin at 18 just means you're not ready. But guess what? You're going to be ready at your own pace. Don't listen to anyone else that says, "Oh, it's weird that you're a virgin at 18." No. Have sex when you're ready and find the person you feel comfortable with doing it with. How do I become more open-minded? Man, this is a hard one. So your upbringing, your culture, really where you live, everything has a fucking subconscious fucking effect on you. Like your childhood, everything. So my advice is to keep looking at red pill videos and keep not the ones about women and stuff. I'm saying like swallowing the red pill and being out of the matrix kind of shit. So like the deeper shit. The shit is shit when you take the red pill, you're seeing the world for what it really is. Try to journal about it. Try to journal about what you see, how you see people get subconsciously brainwashed into social media. I know for me that was the big one. I saw people spending 10 hours a day on their phones on social media, and I realized like, hey, like why do people do this? And like it's an addiction that stems from society. It stems from like just what's appropriate for culture to do. So when it comes to open-mindedness, just taking a step back and realizing what society like the fucking implications and the systems that society plants into our communities, just realize that it, it stems from like an artificial place of value and purpose. Like I know that's complicated, so I'm going to dumb it down a little bit. It doesn't matter how many likes you get on Instagram. Realizing that it doesn't matter how many likes you get on Instagram, you're going to think about, oh, wait, it doesn't matter what side of politics I'm on. This is where I went. I know you guys might disagree with me, but it doesn't matter really where I lie in politics. Because in the end, politicians are just out there to fucking ramble on and fucking, I don't know, like make money and shit. So if you want to be more open minded about shit like that, just realize that a lot of your problems and a lot of the way you think is stemmed from other people, your community, your family, and realize that you've been subconsciously brainwashed. And if you don't want to be brainwashed, try to be more open minded. I've been doing the self improvement journey, but every day I might not complete all of them. All of them, pretty sure. Basically, every day feels like I'm doing, but not at the same time. Do you know what I'm on about? I'm assuming it's self improvement, but every day I might not complete all of them. Self improvement is subjective. We were talking about this before. Self improvement is defined by yourself. There's no habit tracker that says, oh, if you don't do this, this, and this, you're not doing self improvement. That's just not the case. Find a system that works for you. That can be anything, and fucking do it. My habit tracker is very different. Like I do my habit trackers usually weekly. I simply like that just works for me, and I still think I'm doing self improvement. So don't get caught up in the specific things you need to do, and realize that the only reason you're doing it is because other people say it has value. If you see the habit trackers and shit like that as something that has legit value to yourself, and not just because you want to fit into a self improvement Discord, then keep doing it. How do I express my thoughts and emotions to people without it seeming awkward? Repetition. Fucking repetition. It's the only way. I was an awkward fuck when I was expressing my emotions to people. And people will recognize that. But guess what? If you're expressing your emotions to, let's say, a girl, she's going to anticipate it being awkward. Most guys can't fucking express their emotions to other people. So don't beat yourself up over it. What's the healthiest way to break up with a girl? You sit her down, you tell her how you feel genuinely, you don't beat around the bush, and you tell her, hey, I'm moving on. I'm sorry this couldn't work out, but I need to go in this direction. People come in and out of your lives. And going into a relationship, you have to know that. You have to know that if you're young, especially young, and you're dating, this isn't the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life. I never went into dating thinking I was going to marry these people. I went into the dating world to learn how to treat a woman, to learn the things I can't do, to learn the just how a woman functions. So yeah, I hope that helps. What if you put a lot of effort into some friends, but they don't do the same back in the prolonged period? What do you find as effort? I mean, as I said, like you have different friends for different things. Some friends you can goof around with, some friends you can be fucking have intellectual conversations with. So if you like the person, don't overthink it. Don't feel a sense of obligation to be their best friend because you put in the effort. If you put in more effort and they recognized it and didn't put in the effort, then just be their friend. Don't pursue anything more, or don't turn into like a best friend. Miles, a lot of my friends are cave goblins, as in they always stay inside and play games all day. I'd like to meet people who are more focused on their life and want to go out, as I find myself being more sociable. How do I find friends who enjoy more things other than games? Um, Man, that's a hard one. If you're in school, school clubs. I'm gonna be joining like the basketball club and fucking the hiking club. So fucking yeah, there you go. You can join clubs. You can go outside. You can approach random strangers. Fuck, like there are many ways, but in the end, while there are many ways, it all comes down to you doing it. I can tell you the advice. Are you gonna implicate it? I don't know. Let me scroll down. Hey Miles, how can you increase your self-esteem if you bully for years in the past? I totally relate, dude. I was fucking bullied for so fucking long. Um, what really snapped me out of it is realize that people that bully, it comes from a state of insecurity for themselves. So people that pick on you are more insecure about themselves than you probably are about yourself. And there was something in that I just hung on to that just made me feel fine. Whenever I got bullied, I wouldn't say anything. I'd let it happen. But I just realized, like, hey, like this person is such a low value person that one, he can't even address the problems that he has, but two, he takes it out on those around him. And I I was a bully, bro. I was a bully in the past and I regret it. But people live, learn, and they grow. So yeah. I give up a lot during my wrestling sparring sessions, even though I'm never scared to initiate the fights. How do I get a better mindset to not give up mid fight? fight. Man, I don't fucking know. I'm like a I can't fight. Man, yeah. I mean, it comes down to how bad you want it. Ask yourself, like, do you want to be the best? Fucking ask yourself that over and over again. I don't think I'm qualified to answer that question, but man, like, if you want it, go get it. Is it fine to not have sex until marriage? 100%, man. You don't need to have sex. The only reason we're even talking about sex and virginity and everything is because society fucking made us think about it. 200 years ago, do you think men were fucking? I mean, they probably were, but do you think? Now that I think about it, but do you think in like the caveman ages, people were like fucking worried about like how much sex you were fucking having and shit like that? Like maybe it was a sign of status, but like in today's society, it's like fuck, like if you're a high value individual, you know, I don't give a fuck. Like you can have sex whenever you want. Ha, Ben Yu said, "Ha, I don't believe you had man titties. Can you send a pic of proof? You just gotta believe me on that one, man." Okay, let's see more. Let's do a couple more, and I'm gonna get people up in here. Miles, I don't know if I'll be able to stay through the whole lecture, so I say it now. I'm grateful for you doing these lectures. Thank you. It is really helpful. Thank you, French boy. I don't know if you're still here, but I appreciate that. Deadface said, I'm not necessarily a shy person, but I'm introverted and find it very hard to open up about my problems, even with family and close friends. Any advice? Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert and struggling with this. Um, I'd say, again, it just takes action. Um, Definitely journal about your feelings. You definitely, I think it's a common misconception that you need to open up to people about certain things. It's not needed if you reflect on it and you do the work yourself. So if you have problems, um, and you journal about it and you meditate and you get really introspective, not a lot of people can do this. I'm saying, like, not a lot of people do need to share their problems. But if you're an introvert, yeah, just journal your problems, fucking be proactive about it, and use the internet as a friend. Like you could talk to random people on the internet, ask them for advice. You don't need to fucking open up to everyone you're with. But if you want to open up to people and like your friends and family, baby steps. Start with something small. I don't know what that can mean to you, but it can mean fucking it can be anything. Start very small, open up about a little thing, and then keep progressing. Slowly fucking keep progressing. So yeah. Do you date with the mindset to marry? Now I do. In the last 4 months, I've really fucking had a perspective change. And now I do. I date with the mindset of marry. But all that means to me is I'm not going to be dating a lot of people right now. I'm not really going to be dating anyone. I'm going to college to have a fun time with women, tell them straight up my intentions. You you guys, a lot of guys don't realize, but like women are fucking horny too. Like like we're all horny. Like we all have a desire for sex. And if you're just straight up with a woman, you're like, hey, like I can't do a relationship right now. I want to focus on myself, but I'm more than glad to hook up with you or like have a fun time. You'd be surprised to learn just how many people are okay with that. And like there are people like that in my life right now. Miles, thank you. Miles, how do I find a girl who's unaddicted to social media? Because it doesn't seem like they exist wherever I search. Stop searching on social media. Meet people in real life. I don't know how old you are, but if you can go to bars, go to bars, go to clubs. Approach people that are like fucking in class, maybe. Approach the people that are fucking seem like they have their shit put together. Don't interact with people on don't look for girls on social media or on your phone. Miles, how to make money as a teen, specifically 13 to 16 years old. My advice is ask yourself if you need to make money. So many people are obsessed with making money that in reality, they don't need to be making money. If you have a roof over your head, if you have a fucking, if you have food, if you have a good family, you don't need to make money. You need to, if at 13 to 16 years old, what you need to be doing is focusing on yourself and setting yourself up so you can make money. And what that means is go into class, fucking taking good notes, surrounding yourself with a good support system. So that's what I personally agree. That's what I personally think. Yeah. Oh my God, 48 more comments. I'm gonna do a couple more, and then Yeah, I'm gonna invite some people up here. Holy fuck. I'll do this until 5, so I'll do 10 more minutes of this and then I'll invite people up here. Miles, how to reinvent yourself to people who knew you as a Jeffrey. Oh, you don't need to reinvent yourself, man. Just be yourself. If you're killing it, that energy is gonna radiate and people are gonna notice it. You don't have to reinvent yourself, you just have to show people that you evolved. And guess what? People that have evolved, they don't show people that. They don't go out of their ways and say, hey, I'm an Adonis now. I'm fucking killing it. People who actually are like Adonises, who have their shit together, they show things with action. So as long as you're living the life you want to live, and as long as you're on your self improvement grind, that's enough. Miles, love you and what you teach us, bro. I think myself and basically everyone else here is really grateful to have you around. Role model type stuff. Dude, I appreciate you, man. This is what it's about. I'm telling you, man. I've been through so much shit and I've come out the other side. And I just like to share my perspective on things. And dude, this is literally what it's all about. So I appreciate you. At Miles, how do you stop trying to prove people wrong? I was bullied for years, but it improved myself and people started liking me and I even got a girlfriend. My life is improving, but I do most of my motivation discipline to prove the bullies wrong and want to become better than them to flex in their face. I always post my success on social media to show them how better I am. Is this wrong? I can't answer that for you, man. You have to ask that to yourself. I know if I was in your shoes, yeah, I do think it's wrong. I think for so long, for only so long you can have those people beneath you, and for only so long you can have that source of motivation to keep going. I don't think you build lifelong motivation when it comes to self improvement on a mindset like that. But for now, if it's working, it's working. But just try to take a step back, journal, meditate, and I'm gonna say specifically what to journal about. Journal about the improvements of self improvement. Journal about the journey you've gone on and the shit that you've overcome. And once you fucking journal about it and reflect, you're gonna realize that you're doing this for so many more reasons than just to fucking prove people wrong on social media. You're doing this because it makes you feel better. Miles, will you live the degenerate uni lifestyle? Fuck no, bro. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna meet people. I'm gonna make genuine connections. I'm gonna go to bars. I'm gonna go to clubs. But no, I'm gonna do everything in moderation, man. I'm not gonna be the guy I once was, and I'm gonna be, uh, dude. I'm gonna a lot of what college is like meeting a lot of women and having a good time. I'm gonna be doing that, and I'm gonna be straight up to the woman. I'm not gonna be a fuck boy. I'm not gonna be sleazy about it. Just gonna tell them straight up what I think, and if they don't fuck with me, they don't fuck with me. Okay, we're gonna do a few more minutes of this. Any advice for people about to do their GCSES in an high school? Is that like a test? If so, dude, I cannot give you advice on that. I personally didn't really give a fuck about school up until now, where I give somewhat of a fuck about school now, but I don't think it's the end all be all to making it in this world. But advice for people to do it, I'd say like, dude, you need to talk to someone else for that. Like, I don't fucking I don't fucking know. Just study harder. I'm sorry, man. I can't answer that. Twig says, I've got a question. I don't know if I can describe this well in text, but I've been the class ghost. I know nobody knows me. Now that second year is starting, I'm helping out with the freshman hazing. Jesus. But I'm not sure how to get socially. I don't know anyone else in my class. I feel like an outsider helping out with something I don't even have the privilege to help out with. So my question is, how do I get good at get good at being social? You just do it. You approach one person every day. I have a goal in college that I will meet one girl every single day. Every day at college, I will go up to one girl every day and just introduce myself. I'm not gonna like be sleazy or like try anything. I'm gonna go up, say who I am, and yeah, get their snap or whatever, and go from there. You'd be surprised the amount of shit that people have going on in their lives. People don't have time to think that you're the class ghost. I know it might be in your head and it's an irrational thought, but most people who are on their shit, they don't look at anyone and say, "Oh, this is their problems." They don't analyze them because they don't have a lot of time. So if you were someone for 1 year, you can change it up. You can literally start tomorrow and just be an outgoing person, and no one's gonna bat an eye at you. And if they do, they do. Who the fuck cares? If you want to be the social person, be the social person. No one's stopping you but yourself. And you gotta realize that. Okay, 4 more minutes of this, I'm gonna bring people up. At Miles, if I was Jeffrey for so long, insecure man, can't say no, etc., can people actually change mindset of me if I become alpha, or will they always have the weak version of me in their minds? Um, I think asking that question just shows that you're not there yet. So my advice is keep on your self improvement, man. Worrying about what others think about you is just going to hinder your progress. Take inspiration from people. Have that growth mindset. Remember one of the things that we were talking about. Growth mindset is not comparing yourself to others. Growth mindset is seeing someone's success as a source of inspiration, not worrying about what others think. Let's look at more. Miles, you crazy dog. Insane lad, keep up the work. I'm gonna start doing that. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Miles, how does journal properly? That's a great question. There's no right way to journal. My journal is a mess. I literally write whatever my thoughts are, typically during meditation, and write them down in my journal. And I come back the next day and reflect on them. It can be anything, whatever works for you. There is no right way to journal properly. Just start writing your emotions and feelings down on paper. That's it. And I'm at the end. Shit, I just answered a lot of fucking questions, boys. That's good. So I answered everyone's questions. I got through them all. All right, we're gonna invite people up. So there's a couple people they want to give their thoughts on mindset. And yeah, raise your hand in the chat if you have something to fucking not in the chat, on the stage. If you have something to contribute, I'll invite you up here, give your 2 cents, and yeah. So I'm gonna get Victory up in here. He's a staple. These chats.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Yeah. I just want to say thank you for all the knowledge you just dropped and shared for us. Like I learned
Hell
a
yeah.
lot from just listening to it. So yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
pretty
I appreciate.
I pretty much want to just like start anecdotally, but like just talk about like my experience with like having a learning mindset, like not having like a stagnant mindset. Like it's important to just like learn from your experiences mostly. Like you shouldn't just like when you experience loss or defeat, like you shouldn't give up. So like I've said before, like I do running, right? Like I run competitively, like I run in competitions and all. And like I'm like often so many times like I've had many losses, I've had setbacks, I've had injuries that pushed me back. But like I've realized, like I came to realize that those are part of the journey, right? Like it's never smooth sailing. Like you're gonna have bumps along the way, and that you should take it as a learning experience. It's important to do that. So pretty much what I learned is that you have to stay committed. You have to stick to your grind. Like every loss you take, you should analyze like your loss. It doesn't have to just be in sports. It can be like in school. It can be in like social settings. You can ask yourself the question, how did I go wrong? Like, what can I learn from this? And how can I improve for next time? So that's pretty much what I done. Instead of like dwelling around it, like I wrote down like several times after losing like competitions. Like I wrote down how I lost and how I can improve. So for me, running is like I use it to express myself. I use it to clear my mind, and I use it to like grow per se, like also competitively, but like also grow as a person because it allows me like get difficult things off my mind. So today I pretty much like I'm just gonna read out like an extract from my journal. So I wrote, running is a blessing for me. It allows me to escape my problems and clear my mind of any bothersome thoughts. Even when I stop running competitively, I'll continue to run because, well, I like it. It gives me happiness and I'll continue to do it for as long as I'm fit. So, what other people can take from that, they can take from it that they shouldn't just give up. Like, even if they like witness or experience a setback, doesn't have to be in sport. Like I said, it can be in anywhere. That you should obviously learn from the experience. Like absorb in as much knowledge as you can, and implement that knowledge into improving. And I hope like other people like took something from what I said there. and they can use it to better themselves. And like they should also take bits from like not everything from Red Pill you have to implement into your lives, but you should take bits and pieces, like the best bits and pieces that suit you. You should take these bits and pieces to improve your life. Like for the habit tracker, like I've been following the habit tracker extensively since I found the server, and like I can say for myself, it's helped me to improve a lot. It's helped me to grow. Like it's changed my mindset a lot. Before, like I just slacked on various things that I was supposed to do, like obviously exercising every day, like journaling and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't have the motivation to do it. Like I wouldn't see like the I'll be thinking too much in the short term rather not in the long term. Like all of these habits we build up, they're gonna pay off eventually. Like you're not gonna reap the rewards straight away, but you have to stay dedicated, you have to stay committed, and that you know that what you're putting in and doing right now is gonna pay off eventually.
Fucking facts, bro. Damn. Yeah, man. I mean, you pretty much hit it square on. Like we are obsessed with instant gratification. And I think that's where a lot of our fixed mindset comes from. And I'm just putting what you said in different words. Tell me if I'm wrong. Um, Part of a growth mindset and the ability to adapt is delaying your gratification, is appreciating the what I like to say is appreciating the suck now. So like the shitty times now and how you're a novice at something, but also seeing that
Yeah,
down the line, if you keep at this, you'll get to your goals.
yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man.
what you're supposed to do. Like you're supposed to stay committed. Like you're supposed to have a positive mindset. Like especially like some people just find it hard to stay like positive if they're going through hard circumstances or hard times. But people like it may seem hard, but like if you don't stay positive, you've already lost half the battle. Like if I was to show up to a race not thinking I could win, I have no chance pretty much because I'm already doubting myself. I already placed myself in a position where I don't think I have the chance of winning. So like I've just lost the chance. But if you believe and if you like trust in your own abilities, like you give yourself that chance to succeed. Like that's the first step. You have to be able to know and realize that you're capable of doing what you set out to do. And it goes hand in hand. Like your mindset, a growth mindset is like the steering wheel to the car. Like it controls like your body. It gives you the urge to wake up every single day. Like for me, every time I go out for a morning run, like sometimes I just feel like staying in bed, but like I remind myself I have to make the most of this day, even if it's like off season right now for me currently in athletics. Like I have to keep putting in the grind in order to like achieve my goals, achieve my ambitions. So yeah, you should like your mindset should dictate your physical actions. Like it should urge you, spur you on to achieve great things.
Hell yeah, man. No, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, dude. Great perspective. And like, yeah, man, I know you're a runner. I've
Yeah,
heard that, and like you're gonna like you know exactly what this is. Like you got to do the strength and conditioning training. You got to fucking stretch. You got to go on your shit. You got to do sprints every day, so that by the time you get into the big races and where you want to be in the future, the races that really matter, you can fucking get there and you can succeed. So
yeah.
you definitely have a growth mindset, man. Like you definitely have your
Thanks,
shit. You definitely have a lot to say about it, and I appreciate you coming up here, dude.
thanks, bro.
Of course, of course. All right, we're gonna get some more people in here. Um, Yeah, we're gonna get syntax in here. Syntax, I know you can just join, so just join up. Just join up. Yo.
All right. How we doing in the chat, boys? How we doing?
How
Miles,
we
thank you for
do?
hosting, bro. This is amazing.
Yeah, of course.
All
Of
right, I'm
course.
gonna keep it pretty short because I'm not the most knowledgeable on the mindset, but I'll just give you my like journey, my 2 cents on how to build it. So basically, I've always been in like the blue pill mindset where I would believe like everything was determined from the or sorry, black pill mindset, that everything was determined from the start. I believe that like for example, in school, I always thought like you were born a certain way with your intelligence and there's no way you could get better with it. I always believed for sports, like I always loved to play basketball, but I was always like in the mind state that if I'm born this certain way, then only if I'm born that way I'll succeed in that field. Now, obviously, this is really a dumb way to believe, right? So, over time, I discovered self improvement, and I discovered this book called Mindset. I don't remember the author, but it's a good read. I definitely recommend checking it out. But so over time, like I discovered this book, I discovered a growth mindset. One thing that really helped me out with building the mindset was just visualizing, allowing myself to be in the shoes of like myself in the future, knowing where I'm at, like that helped me out for sure. Like visualizing me dunking, me being good in school helped me out. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. I just gotta one more thing is your mindset really determines everything. It determines how you deal with failure, how you deal with success. It really, like, if you fail at something, you'll know if you have a good mindset or a growth mindset specifically, you'll know you'll have the tools to work past that failure and know that you can keep pushing to build yourself better in the future. That's all I have to say. Thank you for having me. That's love.
Yeah, man. For coming on. All right, we're gonna get some more people up in here. There are only 2 people that are raising their hands. We're gonna go through them. We're gonna get. I can't pronounce your name, but I invited you. Grountis?
Hello,
Yeah, what's up, man? How's it going?
hello, hello. You can call me Angel. That's my real name.
Angel. All right, bet.
So, what I believe that if you have a fixed mindset, it's just it's a stand to your growth. Like, no way. If you if you have a fixed mindset, I'm sorry for you. But what the growth mindset is the key to success. Because you have like you just open-minded, you are open to new ideas and all that, and you strive to succeed.
Yeah, man.
Now, myself, I always knew that I had to try harder for things, and I always had a feeling that I can do it. But it's lately that I started self-improvement, and uh, I've seen a real difference, and I'm really grateful for that. Finding Hamza's channel and all that. Uh, Another point, I believe that most mindsets are developed on in childhood because uh, wait, can you hear me?
You good? Can we hear him? Guys, can you guys hear him? He lagged. I thought that was me. Keep talking.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
okay, okay. I think that's good.
I bet.
So I believe most mindsets are developed in high school. Sorry, in childhood, because you see when a 5-year-old child sees the word, he just children just copy what they see. So if they see that many people are have a fixed mindset and then don't try really much, most probably that child will develop a fixed mindset too. While on the other hand, if a child like see people who have succeeded in what they wanted through hardship, I think that's where most children will go. And what I would say about some tips about growing a growth mindset is that you should probably more focus on the progress and not the end, not what you want to achieve. Just focus on the progress, those little things you do every day, and then in the end, you're gonna see eventually a result. Also, replace negative feelings, negative thinking with positive thinking that I am gonna make it and nothing gonna stop me. Because
Y-
really, the only thing is just yourself stopping you. And one last thing I would like to say is that embrace the difficulty that that you are going through, and take feedback from people that are there that you won't go. Take some suggestions and stuff, and it's just all based on how we think. So thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, man. Dude, thanks for coming up. Thank
No
you for
problem.
coming
No
up.
problem.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. All right, we need a few more people up in here. Let's get Cabbage in here. And then I'm pretty much gonna wrap it up. We've been going for an hour strong.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, bro?
I'm doing great, you know. Started school and I've been doing the like implementing the advice Hams has been given, man. It's been great.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man.
So yeah, I wanted to so we're talking about mindset. So I'm gonna talk about mindset and social skills. So what I wanted to tell you guys here today is, I'm like a kid in high school, so I know there's probably a lot of you in the audience are in high school too. You're probably starting, if you're in the US, you've probably been this starting school this month. And if you're like most people and you don't you're afraid to introduce yourself to new people, make new friends, or you just stick to your old social groups. I want to tell you, get out of your comfort zone, because you're really going to enjoy making new friends, and you really enjoy making new friends, improving your social skills. Like one of the books that Hamza recommends is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And in this book, they give you some principles that have been tested like scientifically about how to make friends and make people like you. And one of the things I'd say, something to take away from that is, the main thing you should take away is having empathy for other people. So for example, right, if you want to, say you kind of have the desire to have people listen to your story, first you need to, find somebody that you like, and say like somebody that you just like being around. I'm not talking about romantically, just like anybody that you think is funny or interesting, and you just go up to them, you talk to them, and you encourage them to talk about themselves. Because if you want people to listen to your stories and you want them to make you feel important, then of course other people will want that too. So you introduce yourself. Hi, my name is no sé qué, and you make a conversation. Like Hamza has plenty of videos on his channel about social skills. I'm not an expert. I've just started, but having empathy for other people and making them feel important, right? It's been really, really helpful. Like I've been having so much fun in school, like talking to new people and shit. Like, of course I've had failures where I went up to this group of kids in the morning and I started talking to them, but I made them really, really uncomfortable, by just kind of, I didn't really have anything to say. I just went up and introduced myself. But putting yourself in uncomfortable situations is the only way you're gonna grow. So to all the high school kids out there, get out of your comfort zone and make some new friends, man. Enjoy your school year.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, that's some great advice, dude. I know you just recently started high school, right?
Nah, I'm a sophomore.
Okay, where you going sophomore year? Sophomore year is big, bro. Sophomore year
Yeah,
is
this
big.
is the first year I've been in school, because last year I was online.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now I'm getting the real social experience.
Yeah, man. Embrace it, dude. Embrace it. You're gonna have a lot of fun. But yeah, man, thanks for joining up. Thank
No
you.
problem, man. I
Yeah, see you,
appreciate
bro.
you having me on here.
Oh, of course. All right, we're gonna get one more person, and this person has a lot of knowledge on just everything. That I've talked to him a lot, and we're gonna end with him, and then I'm gonna close it off. But yeah, Lewis, get the fuck up here, man. Yo, what's good, bro?
Miles, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Beautiful. Um, alright, I'll keep it short. So essentially, uh, embrace rejection. That's pretty much it. If you embrace rejection, your life will just be so much easier. Instead of worrying about being rejected, be it in a relationship, be it in a job, be it in any scenario, if you embrace it and if you allow it to build you as a person and improve your character, then you'll end up as a better person. But yeah, that's literally it. Just embrace rejection. So thanks for holding this. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate you, dude. Like, thanks for coming up, keeping it brief. Love it. And yeah, that's very wise. That's what I've been fucking saying the whole time. Like, embrace the shit. Change your mindset. Embrace rejection. Fucking embrace the struggle. Embrace everything. In the end, it's all just about mindset. So yeah, man. Thanks for coming up.
For sure, man. I'll let
Appreciate
you
you.
close it off.
Word. All right, boys. Firstly, I just want to say thank you for joining this shit. It means a lot. I put a lot of effort into this shit, and I like connecting people and just fucking just sharing why I can share while like learning from you guys. So I'm just gonna like kind of go over again like the importance of a growth mindset and just the ability to learn. This shit can be applied to anything in life. Women, social groups, friends, family. It doesn't matter. All it is, having a growth mindset is the ability to embrace the discomfort. Embrace that you are struggling with something, but willing to get better. And once you can implement this, I swear your life will change. You will no longer be the kid sitting in the corner of the room that's afraid to talk to their crush. You will no longer be the person that doesn't share their fucking opinion on a said topic when you're talking to a bunch of friends. You'll no longer be the quiet kid. You'll no longer fucking feel like you're an outcast. Once you embrace having a growth mindset, you can really find passion in life. And you can really find stuff that maybe you suck at now, but you'll appreciate in the future. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna wrap it up with. Appreciate all you guys for joining. We're gonna be doing this next week. I do these weekly, and then a bunch of other guys host other lectures. But yeah, I'll put up the times next week and everything. I appreciate all you guys seriously, and yeah, have a good one, guys.